Okay, let's look at this. Let's look at this assignment that we had, slope review. Let's show. So, guys. Hey. Okay, on the slope, hopefully you guys have got this by now, doing slope review. I mean, on this slope review, but doing it. But I always advise, even when you think you've got it, that on an assignment like this, where it gives you, you know when you look at it, you're going to be doing everything with what, in what format?
Slope intercept.
The y equals x sub 2 minus y sub 3. Yeah.
Okay, we're going to be doing that with n equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay? Write that at the top of your paper when you're going to be doing something like this, because then you remember all the way through that that's what you're doing. Okay? Because I see a whole lot of students that get started out and they're doing it this way, and by the time they get to the bottom, they're doing this formula. And that don't work.
Oh, see, I said that out loud, but I didn't mean that.
Okay, so if you write the formula that you're going to be using at the top of the page, then while you're doing it, it's always right there. It's always right there reminding you, oh, that's what I'm doing, that's what I'm doing. Okay, it does make a huge difference. It makes it much easier for you to keep track of what you're doing. So, number one was -9, -3, -7, -5. So how am I going to set that up, Jade? Yeah, I gave you one already.
I want to say -5 minus -3 over -7 minus -9.
Okay. -5 minus -3 over -7 minus -9. And remember, when we have these doubles in there like that,
Add them.
we're going to add.
So -2 over.
-5 plus 3 is what, Tristan?
1. Yeah.
-2, and -7 plus 9 is
Also 1. It's 2.
+2. So I have a slope of -1. I have a slope of -1.
Dang it. I got that one.
Okay, so Giovanni, what'd you get for number 2? No, 2 is below 1.
I got
1 1/3.
I see how we got there. Yeah, me too.
Would
you get
Okay, 'cause, yeah, it came out to be, I know you had to have just made a little simple mistake in there. Okay, but it was, your setup would have been 8 plus 4 over 4 minus 7, or 12 over -3, which is -4. Number 3, Celeste.
I did 9 minus 9 over 2 minus 5, and I got 0.
Wouldn't that be no slope? Like
be, so if,
Because I put 0, 2.
Put 0 over -2, which is 0.
Isn't it like 0 slopes? Yeah.
okay, if it's 0 over x, it's a 0 slope. If it's a y over 0, it's an undefined slope. Okay. I wrote it okay. I didn't forget. So, remembering those makes it now easier that you can, instead of just saying it's a slope of 0, I expect you to say, is it a 0 slope or is it an undefined slope? Okay. Remember, a 0 slope goes like that. Undefined goes like that.
That was so it's 0.
So,
That's a device.
You didn't just say that like 8 times.
Just making sure. Oh, now I feel really stupid.
so Tristan, number 4.
Is it -5? Ooh, -1 over -5.
-1 over -5. Or 1 over 5. Okay, Brianna, number 5.
I know it's one.
Sorry, I didn't hear you. Undefined slope, because it's -5 over 0. So it's undefined. Blake, number 6.
Yeah, it was a good one.
Wow, 3.
Mine she ate yesterday. I did.
Well, why didn't you watch the video?
Okay. Joseph, number 6.
1 over 7.
Is there a negative in there?
1 over -7.
Yeah, 1 over -7. Okay, Mac, number 7.
I got 1 4/9.
4 9. Is there a negative in there?
No.
That's correct. 13 over 9, or normally we would just leave that in the fraction, 13 over 9. Okay, it's easier to work with. And Joseph, number 8. Because you have your -4 minus 3 is going to be a -7. -4 minus 3 is going to be a -7. Got to remember working with those negatives. That's probably one of your hardest things to work with that you guys have as a problem. Okay, Kyle, number 9.
I got 3.
Okay, is it going to be a positive or negative? Is it a positive slope or a negative slope? The negative slope, you can tell, because when you're looking at it, it's going down, so it's negative. Okay. Yes, you're next in line.
4 over 5.
4 over 5 for number 10. Dante, number 11.
I got 1.
Is that a positive slope or a negative slope?
I got a negative slope.
Okay, so it'd be a -1.
Yeah, negative.
Okay, number 12. Jacob. Okay, 2 over 4, and you can reduce that to 1/2, 1 over 2. Okay, good job. Now if we flip to the other side, we get to the really easy ones, where all you had to do was find the slope and tell me if it was linear or not. So, holiday number 13. Say it again. Okay. Do you understand if you take?
Yeah.
Okay, guys, and a lot of people have problems on these tables. But all you have to do is pick two ordered pairs in the tables, and then you've got an X and a Y and another X and a Y. And then you can plug them into this formula, and it will tell you what your solution is. Okay? Plug it in there, and you can tell what it is. And if you do more than one set of points, and they have a different slope, then you've got one of these.
Okay, is it undefined, like a linear?
Okay, but these were all,
They're all linear.
they're all linear.
No.
Things that were gonna help.
Okay, so,
Yeah, it is.
so number 13, what was the slope, Jane, for number 13?
Yeah, I got -1/3.
Yeah, you got them upside down.
Turn upside.
Okay, so you got your X on top, so it's a -3. It's real easy to get that.
All of mine are probably like that.
Okay, so number 14, did you get 14? What you get? -5.
Wait, what was it? Oh, -5.
I got that too.
I got 0.
Okay.
I got no slope.
I think you know.
Celeste, number 15. All right, guys, did you hear that? Number 15? Undefined.
None.
Sir.
Oh.
It was undefined because it makes it real easy that, because when you look at your table, all your X's are the same, so you know when you subtract them, it's going to equal 0.
Thanks, Jesus. Look at it. You told me it was none.
I missed all of you guys last night. Adriana, number 16.
I didn't get the slope for that, but I said it was linear.
Okay, well, if all your numbers in one column are the same,
No slope. No slope.
so is it going to be a 0 slope or an undefined slope? Which one's going to 0 out? Is your Y going to 0 out, or is your X going to 0 out? Y is going to 0 out, so if the 0's on the top, it's a 0 slope. Number 17, Kate.
I got -5/3.
-5 over 3, and is it linear?
Yes.
Good, I already told you guys that. And number 18, Ariana.
I got 1/2.
1/2.
It's linear.
Okay. So, guys, you got that. You did a really good job with them. And I want to show you. Are you ready to learn another way to find the slope?
Yeah,
Yes.
Are you ready to
Yeah,
teach another way?
If it's easier.
I don't know.
It's hard to say if it's easier because it's math, and math's always easy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you're funny.
Okay. Now you're in the class if you're under school didn't teach you sufficient.
Yeah. When I came here, they were ahead of me because it was too large.
Not like this. Just kidding, I haven't really changed
Last period I drew the graph, it wasn't pretty.
What?
3 threes.
If I have a point there, and I want to know what my slope is, I can calculate that it's
Oh, yeah.
3, 3, right? And I can pick another point. But I can also, and these are all based on, this is all based on the 0, 0, on the point of origin. Okay, all based on the point of origin that I'm showing you. But if I go 1, 2, 3, there's my y. 1, 2, 3, there's my x. My slope is 1.
Looks like those ones in the graph of the charts.
Okay. Let's do let me draw a negative slope here. Okay.
That's negative 1.
Let's actually go through those lines. But my slope between these 2 points, my slope between these 2 points is going to be 2 over minus 2. So a negative 1 for that one.
One of the x is at 1.
The lines go through.
Oh.
You have to have an imagination.
Okay.
Okay, you have to work with me. Because even with a yardstick, I don't make straight lines. Okay, so let's try one that's going to be a little bit different for you.
But it is linear. It's called a parabola.
It's not a line. Linear.
How about you say it directly? Linear.
Hello. Okay.
She's like, yo.
Okay, so
Did you watch the homework?
no.
Not bad.
So what's my slope between those 2 points?
Linear.
Celeste. 4 over 2, which is 2.
Yo, why are you guys so smart?
Okay.
I just count one.
Guys, because all I have to do is count. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's my y. 1, 2 is my x.
Oh, man.
I go up 4 over 2. You guys learned this
Another one.
before, is rise over run.
That is so simple.
Learned it. Is that easier than taking and saying this is minus 1,
I was trying to do
1, and this is 3, 1, putting them through your y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1?
You get that.
Which one's easier?
This one.
Just look at this one.
Just looking at it, but it's not always on a graph. It's not always on a graph. Okay, so that's the point I wanted you to see. If it's on a graph, you can count.
Well, the
It's
teacher
not-
teaches you too.
Don't do what a lot of students try to do, and they try to go, okay, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. My slope's 4.
Like you were an idiot.
That just works. No, that's.
It doesn't work.
It's not 4.
It does not work. You have to go up and over, or up and over, or down and over, whichever way you're doing it. Okay? Understand?
Yep.
I want to make sure, and then we're going to go do the bell work.
Okay, so we did this before Belmont?
So do we